Don't be a square, be a cube! Hello you guys! Guess what? It's time for another episode of Fever Watch. And on today's episode, I'm going to attempt to teach you all how to solve a Rubik's Cube, because I know deep down you all desire to possess the skill required to solve one of these. Maybe that was just me. No matter, that's what we're going to do today. Once you know what you're doing, these really aren't that difficult to solve. Alright, now I realise that most of you, if you have a Rubik's Cube, yours probably does not look like this, unless you recently purchased it and you were too afraid to mess it up, in fear of never being able to put it right again. So, if that's the case, get over it, mess it up right now. And for the rest of you, most likely, your Rubik's Cubes look more like this. That's better, pure chaos. Now then, to solve your Rubik's Cube, simply place it on a flat, hard surface and with a hammer, deliver one swift... Just kidding, I am actually going to show you how to solve one of these. So let's get down to it.
Alright, so first things first, when you're holding the cube, the side that's facing you is going to be referred to as the face. The top side will be referred to as up, the bottom side is down, right is right, left is left. Easy peasy. Now then, when I tell you to do a turn, say of the right face, you're going to assume that a regular turn is clockwise, as if that face were facing you. If it's an inverted turn, that turn would be counterclockwise. So for example, a right turn would be the right side turned clockwise, just like that. If it were a right inverted turn, it would be the right side turned counterclockwise. Also keep in mind that the middle pieces remain stationary. They don't ever move.
So when you think you have a piece in the right position, if it doesn't match up with the center piece that it's touching, it's not right, it's very wrong, and you need to try again.
So for the very first step of solving our Rubik's Cube, I want you to find the green center, which is, where are you? Right there. And what we're going to do is make what we refer to as the green cross.
And when I say we, I mean all of the other Rubik's Cube nerds in the universe. So,
green cross, not a green X, you want to make a green cross. And in order to do that, you need to find all of the other green middle pieces, like this one. Now then, we want to match this up. It's red on one side and green on the other, so get it over so that it's on the red face and flip it up so that it is between the green and the red faces. Now then, it's in the right place, but it's flipped. We need to flip it around so that the green's on top and the red's on the side with the red side. And in order to do that, simply employ the algorithm right inverted, up, face inverted, up inverted. And as you can see, the green is matching, as is the red. Now do this again for all of the other sides. Here's one that's already in position. We'll flip it up. It also needs to be flipped, so right inverted, up, face inverted, up inverted. Perfect. Boom, boom. Okay, ignore these corner pieces. What we've got here is our green cross. That's what we're going for. And as you can see, it matches up with all... Sometimes you gotta beat. It matches up with all its adjoining sides. Now what we're going to do is we're going to solve the corner pieces. This one, if you look at it from this side, you say, oh look, that's in the correct position, but it's not. This needs to be yellow and this needs to be red. So let's find one that we can work with. Green, white, orange. So we need to get it between the orange and the white faces. See, like this. Green needs to go up here. So in this case, we're going to employ the algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Now then, you may have to do this a time or two before it writes itself. So just repeat that. And there we go. White, faces are matching, orange is matching, green is matching. Let's find another piece. This one is green, red and yellow. So get it between the red and yellow faces and do the same thing. So look, our green face is completely solved, as is this bottom layer. And each of them matches up with their appropriate faces. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the whole cube and flip it upside down so that the green face is now your downside.
There's always a downside.
Okay, the next step in solving a Rubik's Cube is to solve these middle edge pieces. What you're going to do is you're going to find a piece up on the top layer and match it up with one of its sides. See, this piece is white on this side, so that matches up, and it's orange, so it needs to come down here. Now then, if it needs to come from the right down, keep that piece that you want to move on the right side and employ the algorithm up inverted, face inverted, up, face, up, right, up inverted, right inverted. And here we go. This piece is now where it needs to be, orange and white. And then, if you have a piece that's on the left side that needs to come down to the middle, hold it so that that piece is facing you and use the algorithm up, right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, face inverted, up, face. And now it's down where it needs to be. And look at there, we've got a whole middle layer solved. Moving on to the next step, with your green still intact on the bottom, you're going to look at the top. Now, very similar to our first step, we're going to make a blue cross. However, we have to be careful now not to mess up our bottom layers that we've already worked so hard to put into place. So, most likely your top layer will look one of three ways. You'll either have 3 blues in a row, you'll have a blue V, it looks like that, ignore these other ones, or you'll just have a blue and you'll have 2 blues right here. Doesn't matter what it looks like.
It can't be that messed up, and if it is, then you've probably rearranged the stickers on your Rubik's Cube at some point. Get a new one.
Pick a face, hold it towards you, and employ the following algorithm. Face, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, face inverted. And looky there, we have our upper blue cross. The next step is to line up all of the sides so that the sides of the blue cross also match their adjacent faces. Our red one is already matched up. However, as you can see, the yellow one is not. So, with the red side facing you, use the algorithm right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, up, right inverted. Still not quite right. That's okay, just do that exact same thing again. And looky there, we've still got our blue cross, everything down here is still solved, and now these sides of the blue cross match up. Take your cube and turn it 1 turn to the right. Does that make sense? So if you are on the red face, turn it so that you're now facing the white face. Now then with the white face facing you, use that same algorithm once more. Right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted. Now, it looks crazy, right? But all you need to do is one more up, and there you go. Everything is matched up now with your blue cross.
We're getting so close. Don't give up yet. You're almost there.
Now we need to get the top corners in their correct position, and by that I mean that they need to be touching their proper sides. Look at your cube and see if any of them are in the right place. At this point, no, none of ours are. So, simply employ the following algorithm to switch things around, and then we can hopefully work from there. We're going to do up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left. So let's see, look, we've got one that's in the right position, orange, white, blue. Let's look at our other ones, they're not quite right. Anyway, with the one that you have correct, above your right thumb, employ that same algorithm again. Now let's have a look. So, this piece, orange, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, white, red, blue. All of our corner pieces are now in the correct positions. However, they're all flipped crazy, but that's okay. It means we're ready for our last and final step. I want you to pick a side, it doesn't matter. You may already have one of these that's solved. That's cool. Hold the side, you're not going to want to change how you're holding the cube from now on. Our last and final algorithm is as follows. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And then you're going to have to either do this 1, 3 or 5 times. And look, this piece is now facing the correct way.
Don't freak out. Your bottom layers will be totally messed up now. It's okay, I promise. Something magical will happen, and in the end, it will right itself. I can't explain it, it's just how it works.
Simply rotate the top layer so that the next piece that needs to be flipped is now above your right thumb, and do the exact same algorithm again. Continue doing this until all 4 corners are solved.
Now with one final turn of your upper layer, look what you've done. You've solved a Rubik's Cube. You think you're the coolest kid in the whole universe now, don't you? Yeah, that's how I feel. And I've just shared my secret with all of you, so consider yourselves very lucky. Those of you who stuck through and watched this stupid video until the end. Yeah, I didn't mean to just flip you off. Maybe I did. I'm just kidding. See, it's really not that hard, and it gives you an insanely ridiculous and unfounded sense of accomplishment. But sometimes you gotta take what you can get, so boom. Let me give you some advice. Get a Rubik's Cube, learn how to solve it, then solve it in front of your friends, because this is awesome, and this is how you get all the friends. I should know. I've got friends coming out of my ears. Always. Thank you all for watching this week's highly informative episode of Fever Watch. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel for new videos every Wednesday. And once again, I'm going to guarantee that you never know what you're going to see here on Fever Watch. Guarantee it. Until never time, have a good one, and I'll see you all next week. I need to stop dropping that.